Hi guys, welcome back to the desk corner. Welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm very excited because we are going to finally get our hands on the Caran Neocolor II Water-Soluble Wax Pastels. So I've always been a bit confused about this product. I've seen a lot of other artists using them and loving them, and I just thought they always looked a little bit crayon-like or pastel-like, and it does say that they're wax pastels. If you guys saw one of my recent videos, I actually tried the Senlier oil pastels a couple of times and practiced with those. If these are anything like those, at least I have that practice down recently, and so maybe that can help me be a bit more confident with these. But this is my first time using these, and the fact that they're water soluble just makes everything even more interesting and confusing. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and the packaging before we open them up. Whoa, okay, so on here, of course, we have this lovely Caran packaging as always. This is the red packaging. It's not like the, like the cardboard that some of the other products come in. It's just the actual metal tin. On the back here, it says, entirely designed and produced in our workshops in Geneva. Okay, so that's a little description of how the product's made. Then it says water-soluble wax pastel for wet or dry application, can be applied to different surfaces or materials. Excellent light fastness, 84 bright and opaque colors. So I have the 30 set, but I guess you can go up to 84. That's a lot of colors. High concentrations of extra fine pigments, also available individually. Well, that's good, so I can replace them on a one-on-one basis if I need to. Alright, creamy texture can be sharpened. I'm not going to attempt to sharpen these, I can tell you guys that right now. Easy removable paper sleeve. Okay, ideal for mixing colors. Great. Then you can see there's a little chart up here, barely. You can hardly even see it, but that's okay because we're going to make our own swatch chart, of course. I could keep the sleeve. I don't know. Am I a hoarder sometimes? I feel like I am. So this is just like the tin that the Pablos come in. I'm scared to open it, guys. I'm still scared. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. So here we have the stickers that come with the Caran products. And just take a look here. Oh, this one is broken. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's not good. Wait, hold on. Is it broken? Yeah, it's broken. Uh-oh. What can I do? Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't somehow cause that to happen. Oh no, but it's broken. I wonder if I can like melt it back together in the microwave or something. I don't know. I'm gonna look up how you could fix that without, just tape. But I think I'll just tape it for now. It's the white one too. It's so wobbly. Oh dear. I think that's the only one that's broken. The rest of them look alright. And they look just like crayons. They literally look like crayons. This one has a bit of red on it from the other one. So let's take a look. Okay, so it has a lot of writing actually, if this will focus at all. There's a lot of writing on here. It says Neocolor II Aquarelle Water-Soluble Wax Pastel, and then it has the color name in different languages. So it's lemon yellow is the first one here. And I honestly don't know if I like the sleeve that much. I almost want to remove them, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. At least not for a while. I think it's going to be so messy if I took these off. But they do look a lot like crayons. And I'm very sad about my white being all broken and depressed. I think I'm gonna actually grab some tape. Alright, I've bandaged this one up. So she's all better for now. That's that white. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure how that happened, but there is a bit of extra space here in the tin. And so I'm not sure how it happened, but it happened. And it's making me sad. But it's okay, it's okay. You can't see the tape, and it's gonna be good for now. We won't worry about that. Yeah, you guys, I think we should just get straight into swatching because I'm very excited to see how these are. So we're just gonna swatch them first, and then I'm gonna take out a paintbrush and some water, and we can see how they dissolve in water. I'm actually terrified for that part, you guys, like terrified. Also, I don't think the little lines are enough room for me to write the color names. I probably made a mistake there. Okay, so the product placement above the color chart is not very helpful as I'm filming this. Sorry, my arm's in the way a lot. Also, I did end up cutting that really annoying uneven strip from the bottom of my swatch chart later off camera.
Oh my gosh, it just irritates me so much watching this footage.
I have written all the color names here, but it's kind of hard to see on camera. Some of them I had to just shorten, like emerald green, I just wrote emerald. You know, it's pretty obvious, and I just didn't have room to write out the full names for all of these. Like, I could have just written periwinkle instead of peri blue. That's bothering me now, and I wish I had white out because periwinkle is so much prettier than just saying peri blue. And yeah, so some of these are just shortened, but they're pretty obvious anyway, and I'm lucky that the color names for these were pretty short, so I didn't have much of an issue with this type of swatch chart. And now we're actually going to swatch these, and I'm going to be like pretty conservative with my application because I know once I activate it with the water, I'm sure something is going to happen. It's going to be kind of scary, so let's not be too heavy.
I'm going to go ahead and speed through the application of just the dry Neopastel because obviously it's going to look a lot different once we apply water. Also, I had not tested this separately beforehand because I did want my reaction to be genuine, so I was being not too generous with my application because I was worried too much pigment would cause too much of a mess once I started to add the water later.
Pretty afraid to add the water for some reason. I don't know if I should use my water brush. I have two water brushes, and one I'm trying to use for like things that are more staining, like ink tints and stuff. The other I'm trying to use for just watercolor. So I think I want this one to just be my watercolor brush, and then this one can be for ink tints and perhaps these as well.
Okay, why don't we slow way down here because this is the part that I have been waiting for, obviously. The part where I activate the pigment and add the water here, you can see how gorgeous and vibrant these colors become, and I was really shocked at how well they fill up the space as well and dissolve, and you don't really see much of a trace of your actual application of them, and the way that you're able to just, I assume, blend them. I'm not blending them in this clip yet, but you'll see later when I do my artwork. It is just great and not what I expected at all from this type of product and from products I've used that are similar in the past or that I've seen other people use in the past. I just was not expecting this result. So to talk a little bit about the color range here, it's only a 30 set, so all of the colors are quite different from each other and there's quite a variation. I don't have too many colors that are alike here. Actually, upon rethinking this, I wish I had bought a bigger set. I didn't realize how much I would like these, and I actually found myself wanting even more colors. 30 is not a lot of colors in the grand scheme of things, and I know that these are Caran d'Ache, so they're quite expensive, and I'm not sure I can justify a purchase of a larger set just quite yet, but it's something that I'm going to keep in mind for the future because I had way too much of a blast using these, and I just found myself wanting some more colors. So you might not be able to read all those color names. The one I just did was light blue, cobalt blue, turquoise, so I was lucky a lot of the color names were short because of those tiny little spaces I left to label, so thank goodness they weren't long names, and some of them were quite basic as well. You could see I just did emerald green. Now the thing about the greens, we get a couple of earthy ones and we also get yellow green and emerald. I kind of wish we got something more like a pine green as well because that's a really useful one to have. Maybe they have something like that in a larger set. You could see I just did Prussian blue. These are the two olives that I was referring to when I said that we have some natural looking greens, and those are okay too. I don't know if I needed both of them there in this set. Maybe I would have preferred something like a pine green in place of one of those. Then we have a couple of browns there. This set also comes with umber, which is okay. I kind of would have preferred like a sepia or a Payne's gray if I'm being honest, because, oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing there. I think I was just cleaning something off of it. So that umber, I'm not really sure I like the undertone there, and so I'm not sure I'd want to use that quite as much. So then we have black, of course, and the set actually comes with two grays. They're very simple, gray and light gray, and that's a nice addition to have. And then of course there is a white as well. So once these are all filled out, you could see there is a lot of variation between the colors.
I think now that I've colored it in, it actually is more apparent that these are uneven, so I'm sorry about the swatch chart looking like that, but that's okay. Yeah. Well, you guys, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to get straight into the artwork now because I'm very excited about these and they are not what I expected. I guess I should have, you know, anticipated that I would really love them because it seems like every artist that I've heard talk about them so far has loved them. But I purposely haven't watched any videos in a while. Now I'm kind of inspired to go back and rewatch other people's videos on them and see what people said. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the artwork.
If you watched the video I posted last week, it was actually a vlog. I did mention how I was inspired by the tin on the Neocolor IIs, and the tin actually had a mountainscape. I decided that I wanted to try and do a mountainscape, landscape type of situation, but I just wasn't feeling inspired by the different variations that I sketched out. So I actually sketched it out twice, and then the third attempt was the one that I ended up going with. This is Arch's hot pressed watercolor paper. If you have suggestions for paper you like to use with this product, let me know in the comments down below, but I wanted something that was not too textured but could withstand the water, so that's why I chose it. This was the final mountain sketch that I ended up going with that I felt happy about when I wanted to actually color in. I don't know why I was being so picky that day, but it was just one of those days. Now this is where I started to feel limited by the greens that I had in the set because I really wanted a couple of different greens than what the set actually provided, but that was okay. I actually decided to make this mountainscape a bit more colorful. At first I was thinking of doing something more monochrome, but I wanted to take advantage of all the gorgeous colors that this set offers, so I tried to use as many as I could without making it look too crazy. So I used a variation of some of the blues, purples, and greens in the actual mountains. I tried to make the blues go lighter as we go further back so that it kind of looks like the mountains are in the distance and fading out a little bit. I kind of regretted using those pops of green at first and wondered if that was a bad choice, but I'm happy I did it now that I look back on it because I think it helps to have some more variety of the color here. There I am taking a picture of it in case I botch it once I add the water to it. So I had some trouble with the sky, which I wanted to just be a nice light shade of gray. I might actually go back and make another like even layer on top of that because it is quite patchy actually. Look at how beautifully those greens and blues and purples just blend out. And even the trees, just totally gorgeous. I love how those turned out and I had so much fun during this part blending everything out like that. The blending process took significantly less time than the actual coloring process as expected. As we go further back, the mountains become a bit more monochrome, which is okay, because I did want the focus to be more in the foreground here, and the pops of color definitely help you focus more on the foreground. Then the water reflection, which I kind of feel like I botched a little bit. I might have added too much pigment in some areas, and I should have probably used a bigger brush as well. I didn't really know how to tackle it, but in the end I think it still looks pretty blurry and watery, and that's kind of the effect I was going for anyway. Then I needed to create something in the front because with a product like this where it's very much like a crayon, it's hard to get those fine details in. I sketched out a tree and that tree looks absolutely awful when I drew it out with the crayons or the Neocolors. I keep calling them crayons, but when I drew them out with the Neocolors it just didn't look good. But once I added the water I was able to kind of fix it and manipulate it a bit, and now it looks nicer like a watercolor-esque tree. But the picture didn't feel complete quite yet. And so I did have to add some more elements from the reference photo that I was using. And so I added in this interesting looking bush, and I think I was using the lilac here or maybe the violet. I can't remember, maybe it was a combination of both. And that's how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think of this artwork. Simple yet fun. I don't think I originally recorded an outro for this, or it just got lost between all the footage with the vlog and then this video somehow. I don't know. But regardless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a little clip of me making that swatch chart, which I'm always terrible at doing because I don't like measuring and I always struggle with that. It always turns out uneven. But anyways, I'm really glad that I bought this product. It turned out to be such an amazing find, and I know a lot of people rave about it as well, and now I guess I'm one of those people raving about it. I'm very excited to maybe expand my set in the future, and I'm definitely going to be using these again in the future as well. I like that they're not quite as messy as some other similar products. They do get on your hands a little bit, of course, when you're doing an artwork, but nothing compared to like normal soft pastels or oil pastels or anything like that. They are more waxy like a crayon, but they just come to life right away when you add the water to them, and that is just so much fun. So if you guys have any tips about using this product or requests on what type of artwork I should do with them or anything else that you'd like to say, let me know in the comment section down below. I know this has been a little anticipated because these have been sitting on my desk and I have been waiting a while to do a review on them, and I'm glad I'm finally doing it, and I was brave enough to do it. I was a bit afraid about like how the water-soluble effect would work with something like this, but I'm no longer afraid because it turned out to just be perfect. Here you could see me making those tiny, like way too tiny spaces for the names of the color. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one as always. My cat is now distracting me and she would like to say goodbye to you guys as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye guys.